Hi everyone, this is Pastor Suzette with day 35 of 90. Behold the King and his kingdom, the King worshipped. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Behold the King and his kingdom, the King worshipped. In Matthew chapter 2 verse 2, we see the proper response to a king. It says in Matthew 2:2, where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we've seen his star in the east and have come to worship him. This is the true response to the arrival of Jesus Christ. It wasn't a committee meeting. It wasn't analysis. It wasn't negotiation. It wasn't plotting and planning like Herod. It was straight, pure, true worship. The wise men didn't come asking for a platform. They didn't come requesting a breakthrough. They didn't arrive with a list of needs. They traveled a long distance, costly, intentional, determined travel with gifts for one reason. We have come to worship him. That line is a kingdom announcement. For when a true king is revealed, the only posture, the proper posture, is worship. And here's a reality that will steady our hearts and our spirits. True kings provoke worship, not debate. Debate is what happens when people want to stay in control. Debate is what happens when the heart is still sitting on the throne. Debate says, convince me, but worship says, I see you. And notice this, the wise men didn't have all the details. They didn't have a full map. They didn't have a perfect timeline, but they had a revelation. A king has been born, and revelation is always enough to move an honest heart. The kingdom does not advance first through arguments, it advances through adoration. Because worship is not just a song, worship is recognition. Worship is the soul saying, you are the rightful ruler, you are the highest authority, you are the central reality of my life. And I want you to understand this and get this clearly. We have to learn to worship without asking for anything. Not because asking is wrong. Our Father welcomes us to ask, but because there's a level of devotion that is not transactional. There's a purity in worship that actually says, even if nothing changes today, even if I feel nothing in this moment, even if answers aren't immediate, even if nothing changes, you are still worthy. And that's what the wise men teach us. They came to worship him, not what he could give them. In a world addicted to commentary, Jesus is still drawing worshipers. In a culture that loves to critique, the Spirit is still seeking those who will bow, because the kingdom is carried by surrendered hearts, not clever opinions. So today we behold the King as he truly is, not a concept to be discussed, not a theory to be reviewed, not an option among options, but Jesus Christ, the King of Kings, the one before whom every crown must eventually fall. And the invitation of Matthew 2:2 is simple. Come, draw near, adore him, worship him without bargaining, without striving, without asking for anything first. Just worship him. Let's pray. King Jesus, we behold you today, and you are not merely important. You are preeminent. You are not simply a teacher. You are the King. And we lay down our need to analyze, to control, to understand, to debate our way into peace. We choose the posture of the wise. We come to worship you. We worship you for who you are, holy, righteous, faithful, eternal. We worship you as the one born to rule, the one enthroned above every power, the one whose kingdom can never be shaken. We give you honor without condition. We give you reverence without transaction, and we give you our attention, our affection, and our allegiance. Lord, purify our worship. Make us a people who bow quickly and obey gladly. Let our homes become altars. Let our conversations become praise. Oh, let our decisions be shaped by your lordship. We enthrone you again over our mind, our emotions, our schedule, our relationships, our finances, our family, our future. Jesus, be worshipped in us and through us today. We declare you are the King of Kings and you are worthy of it all. In your mighty name, amen.